Yo, what's up, guys? And welcome. I've just got a quick announcement, guys. That I just hopped onto Dev Form this morning, or not this morning, after I made my first video, and I saw this. I saw that VTX Games posted yesterday that they're going to be changing the whole of what do you call it? The whole of Arcane Adventures, sorry, World of Magic. So yeah, if we look down, guys, we can see where it says boats. So there's going to be lots of matrices here. So they're going to be changing they're going to be splitting the islands up. So you know where we've got what do you call it? The volcano and what it was the place called bronze grasslands. They're going to split them up, right? You're probably going to have the main island as well split into a couple of sections. Not too sure about that, but that's what I'm guessing. And they're going to have them spread out. So that's what they're going to be doing first of all. So with that, there's going to be coming in different types of transport, such as boats, which I think is seriously cool. So with this, guys, I'm suspecting that basically there's going to be like bigger boats as well, because there's going to be more islands, of course, than Arcane Adventures. And like he said, in some of them up here, I don't know where it was. It was something like I believe it was down here somewhere. They're going to polish it up, so they're going to make it look even nicer than Arcane Adventures and World of Magic at the moment, which I think is really cool. So yeah, he said in here. Alright, let me find it quickly. So it says there will be multiple types of boats, just like Arcane Adventures, each with varying stats and weapons. I also plan on making a ship section of the inventory that allows you to equip different things to make your boat, sorry. Which means you could probably get different level cannons, which I believe is I don't know. I know you could change cannonballs in Arcade Adventures. You could have magic ones, which would be the highest tier, then 100 LB, and so on and so forth, downwards, of course. So with that, it was pretty cool. With this, I'm supposing they're going to be the what do you call them? The cannonballs, the same size, because they're having weapons. But you can also probably put in bigger cannons as well, which I think is really cool. So yeah, and they're also going to have what do you call them? Uh, I forgot the name now. I think it's called. No, I forgot the big cannon. I forgot what it's called. Don't worry about that though. Yeah. Anyway, so they're gonna be making new ships, getting new weapons in for them, and equipping different cannons for different slots of it, which I think is really cool. So yeah, so they're saying my goal is to make the ship system be similar to Arcane's, but with added features, improvements, and details. So yeah, he's trying to make it more polished. I think that's pretty cool, guys. So yeah, he's going to be keeping it similar, but a higher definition, as he's probably already been developing over the period of time where Arcane Adventures sadly got destroyed by Roblox changing their what do you call it? Changing their what do you call it? Sorry, changing their code and stuff. So yeah. So after that. And details, of course, yeah. So due to these being added as the main form of transportation, flight spells will be removed. So such as the one where you jump into the air. So flight spells being, I think flight spells also count. Yeah, they count as a level 120 spell. I think if I'm correct, I don't really look at the spells that much. Not the ones we can obtain, of course, but yeah. So yeah, so they'll be removed. Let's see. So because the boats are the main part of transportation. So yeah, they'll have no reason to use the boats after unlocking flight. Right, so law and time period changes. I haven't read part of the spit, so let's go for it together. Since the entire law of current World of Magic is that it was sorry, I'm terrible at reading. Continent. Oh yeah, it was a continent. So a different form of countries, really, instead of islands. Formed by the peacekeeper. Peacekeeper. Don't know what that is. It doesn't really make sense that there would be islands created by the peacekeeper instead. And even then, the ruined Seven Seas would have to be too small an area for the game's new story. This is why me and Tech have decided to change the game's location in the world and where it takes place on the timeline, so that it can more properly suit the atmosphere we are trying to create. So yeah, they're going to be changing it up. I think they're going to change the storyline as well, I believe. So yeah, the new storyline and game will take place in an area of the world called the War Seas. That's pretty cool. Which is on the opposite side of the world compared to the Seven Seas. Okay, I remember that's off Arcane Adventures. This is an area full of warring kingdoms. Okay, okay, I've never heard that word. Warring kingdoms, and also the area where Mount Olympus fell thousands of years ago. Okay, the game will take place about a month after the Peacekeeper defeated Durza and the other side of the world, right after as chaos was ravaging the Seven Seas. Okay, that's pretty cool. So the Magic Council will also be changed into something that better fits the area and new law, but will mostly remain the same. Okay, so due to these changes, the existing storylines will be completely removed. All right, along with exiled and Minotaur bosses. Makes sense. Okay, so I believe we already had these items on us already, so I'll probably go get them if I were you. I'll try and get them because I think you can still have them when they get deleted, which means they'll go poof and zoom up in price because they'll be extremely expensive, which is kind of cool. So yeah, um, I'm not really sure what will happen to their item drops at the moment, but if they are deleted, players will receive the compensation of equal, if not greater, value than deserved for adapting to these sudden changes. That's it, guys. Grab yourself, so go comp yourself some of those items and wait till the new update comes out, which is preferably in about 5 months, I suppose, probably something like that. And yeah, you'll be set getting fat stacks, boys. Alright, so that is actually really handy. So if I were you, I'd go get all the items you can, hold them, and then you get tons of money, which is really cool. Or you keep them, either one. He doesn't really know at the moment. Okay, so let me just go read this through anymore. So, sorry. So yeah, item happens to the item drops, but if they are deleted, players will receive the compensation of equal, not greater. Blah, blah, blah. So for adapting to these sudden changes, I can't really give up much more info on the new story without spoiling it. So this is all I will reveal at the moment. Okay, storyline focus. I'm pretty sure many of you felt the same way about Modern Magic storyline. It's terrible. Since this game is a sequel, Stark Adventures, you think it start out with something special, NPC and such straight away, instead of forcing the player to basically roam around for the first 90 levels. This is an issue that will be fixed. The new game will be somewhat storyline focused, like Arcane Adventures was, and players will spawn on islands relative to their place in story, rather than spawning in random towns and wandering around there. Okay, that makes more sense. I actually kind of liked the roaming around part. I thought it was quite interesting to see what you can come across. But I suppose it makes sense, yeah. I wonder, because if it would be any better. All right, so and rather than wandering around. Okay, my goal of this game is to game story is to be at the same grand scale that AA was, Arcade Adventures, of course. But even better and more grand, which is I think that's going to take a long time to do because that being better than Arcane Adventures is going to be a hard goal. Arcane Adventures had a lot of glitches, in my opinion, but it was a really good game. I loved it. I played it all the time. So to get it better than that is going to be really hard to do. So we might even be waiting a year, because Arcane Adventures would have been already really hard to code and manipulate. But then again, he's not exactly doing a ton of stuff. He's only shifting like shifting the islands around, changing a few codes there, and changing names of like not bosses, sorry, the lord. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. I forgot the name of it now. God, come on. Magic Cancel, that's it. Sorry, Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so yeah, he's just gonna be changing that around. So it shouldn't be too long. But if he's gonna have like new items, boats and stuff, it might take at least 5 to 8 months. I'm not too sure. Quite a long time though. It's a problem. All right, so let's go on to cultures. Cultures have always been a sort of flawed system in the game, as they were meant to be something that made your character feel unique. Yet at the same, all it gave you was the reskins of the same weapons and the other cultures had. Also, since the lore, location, and timeline of the game are changing, I've decided to remove cultures altogether. So I don't know what that means. I think that's ah yeah. I think cultures are the one where you spawn. You're part of that where you were born, so you can only equip items you got when you were born there, which I think's wasn't really my favourite thing because you couldn't really equip a lot of stuff. So some cultures would have been more powerful than others, which I don't think is very fair. But yeah. So I think that's a good thing to do, definitely. So starting with these this update releases, players will choose a first and last name when creating their character. So you can choose the last name, so it's not randomly generated like it already is. And a cultural item will be removed. If you have a character already, you'll get to reselect a last name, a new last name, when you rejoin on that file in this update. Okay, yeah, cool. So existing last names will probably be in the list as well. So existing. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. So the one you already have will probably be in the list you could choose. That's cool. All right, so an alternative to cultural weapons will also be added, which are island-specific weapons. Each island you visit will, with civilization on it, will have their own set of armors and new weapons that you can buy. That is going to be very hard to do because he's got to design new weapons and everything else. So and new villages on every single island that is populated. So not wilderness, of course, like actual populated islands. Well, which I think is going to be very hard to do. And the other question I have is, how big are the islands generally going to be? Are they going to be huge, or are they going to be quite small? Because it really just depends on how he's going to do the game. Because in Ark Adventures, I felt like the islands were quite small, like very small, in fact, and the boats are very overly sized. Because in like the first sea, the biggest island was like Savala or something. I've forgotten the name of it. It was a desert island. That was the biggest one you could go to, really. And the boats, frigates, were huge compared to the island, which I thought was pretty funny. But yeah, so let's carry on. So NPC changes. NPCs are another huge flaw of the game. I'm going to read this because I don't know why or how they are, but yeah. Yes, the fact that every NPC can run around, be killed, and talked to is nice and immersive. Yeah, I agree with that. But gameplay wise, it's a huge hit to the performance for most players. Yeah, because when you run past, what do they do? They come up and hurt you. Like there's no need for that, and it's just really annoying. It's like Pokemon, where you're trying to get past the player. I mean, a bad player or someone that's trying to battle you, but you just can't, and it's irritating. Trying to get somewhere. So, so it's a huge hit into the performance for most players. On average, the culture map has about 330 NPCs on it at all times. Wow, wow, that's a lot of NPCs actually. Jesus. So due to this problem, and in order to make the game less annoying, all NPC besides enemies will now be stationary models that can be killed. That can't be killed. I'm not sure I like that. Hmm. I don't know. I hope that you can still look like they're moving and not just standing there straight, because that would look quite odd. But yeah, overall I think that makes sense. I did like the moving around. I felt it gave it more of a nice, like a very, what do you call it, very realistic vibe, you know. But yeah, I mean it was quite annoying because you kill them and you get told off for it. And it's quite irritating. But yeah, I suppose it makes sense. I'm glad that enemies still move, which is cool, of course. So yeah, that'll be alright. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one, but there's ups and downs to that. But yeah, let's carry on. So they can't get so models can't be killed. This fixes the issue mentioned above, and also two other major issues that the current game has. Shop owners having sleep patterns and being killable makes it a chore to sell. Upgrade and enchant. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense because they keep dying and you can't get them back. Like they just they're not. They go to bed, and you turn up there, they're gone. I mean, it doesn't really affect me because I'm evil. But then again, if I decide to change, it's going to be a bit of a problem. But yeah, all right, let's carry on. So, yeah, issues in the and two other major issues. Yeah, sleeping NPCs can't give quests and are essentially just dead space performance wise. Yeah, that's true. Adding to the storyline would have been excruciatingly annoying and lonely later on when they're more special NPCs. Yeah, so anyway, before we read all that, so especially when it's sleeping NPCs, I feel like when they go to sleep, it makes it more immersive to the real world and how you're like perceiving the world and how you actually grow attachments to the people, because it makes them look alive and feel alive. Whereas if they're just always there, like that, just standing still, then it's not really that immersive anymore. So it's ups and downs to these things. But overall, I think he's trying to make the game like better performance wise instead of the way it feels wise. He's trying to do a bit of both, but mainly going for the performance because people enjoy that more, I suppose. Because I get lost in this, I love it. But yeah, it's up to you. Leave a comment down below, guys, if you have any different ideas as to what you would want from this. So yeah, let's carry on. So adding a blah, blah, blah. So special NPCs. Okay, so adding to the storyline would have excruciating annoying later on when there are more special NPCs. If you think about it, imagine having to talk to a powerful magic user as part of the hero storyline. The bad rep storyline would have to be able to fight them, or it wouldn't have been consistent with the rest of the game. This means that every time a special NPC is added to either storyline, it is essential adding a new boss or mini boss. Okay, so what he's doing is added to yeah, I see what he's doing. So he's trying to equal it out, so you don't go around killing the person you meant to talk to. That makes a lot of sense actually. So then they don't get killed themselves. Yeah, okay, cool. So which would have taken much more time to much more time overall. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So it says now it will be sad to see the future. This feature goes since it's a staple for of World of Magic. However, if it means that overall gameplay and performance is improved, yeah, he's going for that improvement of performance again. So we can see it's for the best, and I hope you understand. Hostile NPCs will now also only spawn in preset locations. So I'm not sure what that means, but I've searched that up. Hang on, so, that's fine. I'll do it after. But there will also be probably be a random event system where groups of NPCs can appear on islands. Okay, yeah. So it's randomized, really. Okay. So quests. The quest system was a nice idea on paper, but not actually executed. Eventually, there would have been lots of types of quests, and but even then, that the fact that they're random. Sorry, guys, I'm getting a bit droopy. Yeah, and from random NPCs just made the game feel soulless in a way. So yeah, he's going for now like random NPCs, just making the game feel a bit randomized, a bit random, you know. So quests don't actually contribute to anything besides your own level and XP. Yeah. And then this is what he's talking about in the first bit at the top. And the same NPC that lost his hat will probably lose it again within a day. yeah, yeah, I've noticed that, and it makes it a bit repetitive, doesn't it? So as part of the update, side quests will be manually added. So yeah, meaning each one will be unique. That's cool. That's really cool. Some of these will probably be repeatable daily, but overall, the main focus of leveling up will be defeating enemies and advancing in the storyline. Yeah, because at the start, the grind was really really bad. So what you would do is you basically just go around, get lots of hats for about half an hour, and then when you're done, you got to go kill some bandits for the next half an hour. And I think for the first bit, it was so grindy. Next bit was more enjoyable, but then it did get a bit boring after a while. So right now, if he gets a game this well, or this good, like this is going to be way better than Arcane Adventures, which I think is awesome. So yeah, so let's see this again. All right, so cool. So he's on about. So some of these side quests will also be also give unique rewards and items to incentive to doing that. Yeah, that's why people kill the bosses right now, because you go around killing the bosses because you want to get the items, which I haven't got yet. I haven't obtained, but I've got them because I traded for them with money by killing the bosses. But I haven't actually obtained one from them. But yeah, it is an incentive to do it, isn't it? So yeah, so other small features that will be added to this update, to name a few, huge performance increase due to the changes listed above. Sharks that attack players and smaller boats. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like that one. Whirlpools, complete UI, UI, GUI, whatever. So I think that's the UI revamp, which is isn't that the what do you call it? Sorry, Jesus, the way you what's it? The way, oh God, sorry, my brain's fried. Yeah, it's the way you click the stuff on the screen. Like if you go on a NPC, it will come up with a little pop box, and it will. I think he's going to revamp them basically. But I already like the way they look, really. So yeah, revamped lighting, and skis. Skis? I don't know what that is. I know what skis are, but skis? I don't know. Alright, temperature since island biome. Yeah, bios. variation will be heavy. Okay, yeah, makes a lot of sense. So mobile compatibility. This is one. This may surprise a lot of people. Yeah, going on your phones and doing this can be hell of a burnout. Your phone, Jesus. Since in the past I said I was really against mobile due to how cluttered it would be to make the screen. I've since thought more on it and realised that that isn't a real person. This isn't a real person. Just an excuse not to do it. A mobile player should be allowed to play the game still, even if their compat will be a bit janky and hard to do. It will be nice to get on mobile and fish or collect a few chests. Yeah, yeah, I think that's cool. Yeah, so when you're out and about, you can just do that, hop on it. I think it's quite clever. So the addition of the first Lost Spell Scrolls. Yeah, there we go. Lost Spell Scrolls. That is cool. Which are rarely obtained items. Yeah, okay. That's hard to unlock. That allow you to unlock a new spell type for the magic it is assigned to. That's gonna be cool. He's really struggling to put out a lot of spells. This must take ages. I mean, he's really struggling to get the spells out. I mean, the beam is really simple, but it took ages to do. And he already has his set up. I think it's coming up. Oh, I know why he's doing it. Sorry, he's already got them there, but he's just putting them out with each other update, so he doesn't rush it out. So yeah, plus much more, which will be added to the Trello over the next few days. All right, cool. So change. So yeah, I might leave it here, guys. You can check this out. Yeah, just go into World of Magic description. You'll find it there. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you found this interesting, then leave a like and subscribe for more of this content. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.